right, everyone. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me one more time, and I am Ziki. Now, I think most of you're noticing that there's some slight changes to the kind of content that I'm going to be sharing with you right now, but yeah, you're going to be seeing that. So please subscribe as we continue with our video. Now, there's some really bad news for Zimbabweans living in South Africa. Yes, as the cabinet in South Africa resolved that they are not going to extend the special permits that were given to Zimbabwe. Yes, now, as you might recall that around 2009, Zimbabweans were given special permits 5 years. Yes, for 5 years, and those permits were renewed by 3 years in 2014. So for those people whose permits are expiring, they are not going to be able to be given special permits one more time. Yes, the cabinet in South Africa this Wednesday said that they were not going to be renewing those special permits, but rather Zimbabweans who wish to stay and continue working in South Africa, they will have to apply for general permits that are available for everyone according to their requirements and according to their purposes of stay. Yes, now they said but then they said for those whose permits are expiring, they're going to be given 12 months. Yes, from the day of expiry, they're going to be given 12 months as a grace period for them to be able to find alternative permits to be using or visas to be using, or else if you cannot qualify to get a general visa or to get a general permit for your for your purposes of stay in South Africa, you will need to exit South Africa or you're going to be deported. Now, you might also recall that some months back, I shared with you a video that was done by an organization in South Africa that was calling on the government of South Africa to give or to grant Zimbabweans who have been living in South Africa for over 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, to give them permanent residence, and because they were talking ahead of this decision that has been made by the cabinet. But now it seems like all that request fell on deaf ears, since the government of South Africa has decided not to extend any of those special permits. So it's really kind of very stressful right now for a lot of Zimbabweans. More than 200,000 Zimbabweans, who hold these special permits are going to be affected by this decision. And also to know that not everyone is going to be able to get a general permit, because of requirements, this and that. So we are just going to see what is going to happen when that time comes. I think it's also going to bring in problems of illegal staying in South Africa, which is a problem that is already there, all right, because some people have not been able to even renew these special permits because of one thing or the other, and also because of COVID-19. A lot of things have been going on. So for this announcement to come to say they're not going to be extending these permits is something that is quite worrisome to a number of Zimbabweans. Zimbabweans, they're breadwinners, so imagine that your kids are going to school, you're working, you've established yourself, and then you're unable to renew your visa. You need to find an alternative way, to stay in South Africa legally. It's quite challenging, and it's really, really very difficult. And of course, on social media, we saw celebrations from South Africans saying that enough is enough. I think it's a high time, these Zimbabweans go back to their country and build their country. But hey, we have seen this debate over and over again. So all we can say is we hope that they're going to find ways of, making these people, those who qualify, those who qualify to continue staying in South Africa, to be able to get required documents without hassles, without any difficulties. It's very difficult when it comes to stay permits, to visas, to permits. Those things are very stressful, not only in South Africa, around the world. Those things are very, very stressful for anyone. So this is it. This is what everybody has been waiting for. A lot of people have been hoping that South Africa was going to agree to renew these visas. But hey, they're saying we're not going to renew it. We gave you 5 years and also gave you 3 years. This time around, we're just going to give you a 1-year grace period for you to do whatever you need to do to find yourself staying legally in South Africa. So this is all I have for you, my friends. Let me know what you think about this. What are the alternatives that are out there for people to do? We know that there are people who are studying, there are people who are doing businesses, there are people who are children not going to school, everything that is going on. People have made the whole South Africa their second home, or if not their first home. A lot of people have been in South Africa for a very, very long time. So this decision is going to be very, very bad on a lot of people, but it is what it is. My name is Ziki, and if you're new to the channel, why don't you take this opportunity to subscribe and stay? And if you're in South Africa right now, this is the time for you to start thinking, to start planning, for you to start looking at other alternatives, within this grace period that the government of South Africa is going to give people once their special payments expire. So let's just do whatever we have to do. They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but also you have to think outside the box, just see whatever you can do. Until then, subscribe and stay.